If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind.
Into the Blue is a 2005 film that's directed by John Stockwell, and the plot is we meet Paul Walker, who's this guy that's, I guess you could say, struggling. I mean, he just lost his job. He lives on a boat out near the beach. He has this hot-ass girlfriend, Jessica Alba, who, yeah, he got her, but how much longer is she willing to put up with a bum with no job? So he's kind of getting desperate as far as what to do with his life. Him and his friends, just fucking around, scuba diving, find this plane underwater. And inside this plane is so much cocaine, you could maybe get, I don't know, a few 100 million easily. Now, as him and his friends are going back and forth contemplating should they just start becoming drug dealers and get so much money, that's where we find out that this cocaine belongs to some serious and dangerous people, and they get caught up in some serious deep shit. Now, what I thought of Into the Blue was, it was just okay.
You should ask yourself what's missing in your life that money will get you.
I really think we can do this.
First, let me talk about what I didn't really care for in the movie. I thought the first half was kind of boring and slow. Now, look, I know if you're someone who's into water or scuba diving and stuff like that, you're probably going to enjoy this movie on that level because, yeah, the first half of it, you see a lot of them swimming around in the water, underwater, and they're exploring. I mean, the movie's shot well, it looks great, and even underwater, you're like, oh yeah, that could probably be fun, even though I'm still trying to figure out how the hell can they hold their breath for like 10 minutes straight. Paul Walker, I did like as this guy Jared, who, like I said, was struggling, so instantly, yeah, he becomes relatable. He has a hot girlfriend, Jessica Alba, and every time I saw them making out, I was like, you lucky bastard. Even the one scene that I guess is more morbid watching in retrospect, because he's driving with Jessica Alba and she just like can't take her hands off of him. They're making out and he almost gets into a car accident and the two of them just like laugh about it and he keeps driving. And I'm like, okay, I get that in this context they're setting up that these two are super into each other. But watching it after Paul Walker's death, it's almost hard to see him narrowly get into a car accident.
We could spend the rest of our lives waiting for another opportunity like this.
How much money are we talking about here?
Tens of millions.
There are two friends that come in to have fun with them and end up spending the rest of the movie with them. These are the two characters I did not like. You have this guy, Scott Conn, and his new girlfriend, played by Ashley Scott. These two are just a mess. Okay, maybe at first they seem like fun, but then when they find the cocaine, their first thought is, let's sell this. And I'm not saying that any other person wouldn't have had that thought too, but when Paul Walker, and especially Jessica Alba, when they have their minds made up and they're like, no, we're not drug dealers, we're not getting messed up into this shit, Scott Conn goes off and does it anyways, or at least tries to do it anyways. And when he tries to do it, that's where he gets caught up with the people who supposedly own this, and he gets Paul Walker and Jessica Alba messed up into this situation, and I'm like, I can't like this guy. And then Ashley Scott, I couldn't tell if she was just a bad person or if she was using them, because there's a scene where she's with the group who claim that they own the cocaine. She's like with them for one scene, and I can't tell if like she's using Scott Conn or is she out for herself. You have Josh Brolin also in this movie, and I find it hilarious that they try so hard to build his character up to be this super ultra nice guy. Like there's even a scene where he's like having fun with kids, like he has these kids on this boat and he's showing them around, and that smile he has on his face But I'm sitting there like, okay, they're pushing too hard to make this guy likable. And Josh Brolin is too much of a big name to just have these small parts that you know his character is going to be something bigger. So when they do the twist and reveal that he's the main villain, he's the main guy running everything, okay, I am not that surprised.
You have something that belongs to me?
Even though I said that the beginning kind of started out slow and maybe I was a little bored, when shit kind of hit the fan, when all that happened with them getting caught up with these people, I was more into it and I was at least caring about the two main characters more so than anyone else. I did like Paul Walker, I did like Jessica Alba, even though people swear that Jessica Alba is a horrible actress. I'm not saying she's the greatest, I just don't really have that much of a problem with her. Some of the action, I was surprised by how much action there was, like towards the end, because I wasn't really expecting much of that at all. So that was decent, and even the few times when they were underwater and you had some shark attacks, there was one scene in particular where a character just gets a nice chunk taken out of their leg, and I'm like, holy fuck. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you've seen Into the Blue and what you think of it. As always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!